Hello, I'm Dennis Gissing, Head of People Practice at BT. I'm joined today by Christofi. Hi Chris, thank you very much for giving us some time today. First of all, can I just ask you to tell us about your job at BT?
At BT I work as part of the Performance and Analysis team, which is led by Daniel Parker. The Performance and Analysis team is part of the marketing department, and within the department I work in the BT.com analytics team led by Robin Tompkins. My role basically involves updating the BT.com sales dashboard, which contains approximately 150 different performance indicators. I'm also responsible for ad hoc omniture requests, and in addition to producing automated dashboards. At the moment I'm producing the reporting the new Home and Away app which BT is working on.
Okay, so you're helping our marketing teams and our sales teams really understand what parts of BT's portfolio of products and services they're looking at, where they're having issues and problems.
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been doing that job?
I've been doing the job for approximately 4 years.
Okay, let me take you back, before we talk a little bit more about your time with BT, to when you were actually first diagnosed with Asperger's. When was that?
I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome when I was around 18 years old. I basically went to my GP's son has Asperger's syndrome, and so she knew quite a lot about it, so she suspected that I may have Asperger's syndrome as well. So I went to a specialist consultant, and she diagnosed me as having an autism spectrum disorder.
Okay, and you were very young then, 18 years old. If I were to take you back and say, did you think you'd be doing that job in BT just a few years later, would you have predicted that?
Probably not, because at the time I wasn't really very confident, and I was very quiet. I didn't really speak very much, and I was a completely different person, and at that time my career prospects weren't really that positive, so I thought that I wouldn't be able to find a job.
But you still did very well at school, and you went on to university to do a degree in food science.
Yes.
Okay, what were your ideas then? Were you thinking about a career when you did that course? Why did you go to university, do you think?
I think the main reason I went was everyone from my family went to university, and it was expected that I would also go as well, and I thought that it would delay me having to find work at the time as well.
Did it help you to develop more confidence? Because it sounds to me as if you were suffering from quite a lack of confidence in your early years.
I think it did, because at the time I thought that I wasn't really that intelligent, but I think by completing my food science degree and obtaining a 2-1, it proved that I was able to find a permanent position.
Why did you think you weren't intelligent? Because you've been accepted to university, which is, a small proportion of people in the UK can do that. Why did you think you weren't intelligent?
I'm not really sure why. It's just something that I thought was, because I presumed just because your communication skills weren't particularly good compared to everyone else, that meant you weren't very intelligent, but that's not necessarily the case.
Okay, but you did then go on to work. You had a job after university. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, after university I managed to find a position at a food manufacturer's I worked in like the food analysis lab, and I didn't really enjoy it because I was like given menial tasks such as washing up bottles and collecting samples from the production line in the factory, and I realised that wasn't something I wanted to do, and I didn't really want a career within that area, and so I decided to return back to university.
Did you think that would be a safer environment for you?
I think it would. At the time, I thought that by completing the international business masters, I thought that I'll be able to extend my knowledge and have like more opportunities in other careers.
Okay, that's great. And so you came out with your second degree, first degree and a master's. What happened to you then?
After I completed my master's, the careers officer at my university suggested that I contact Prospects, the employment agency of the National Autistic Society, and I was allocated an employment consultant. I joined the transitions program, which was a new program at the time, specifically for people who have degrees. The employment consultant arranged a number of internships at different organisations. Some of the internships went much better than others.
What sort of internships were they? What sort of work were you doing?
I completed two internships within financial services within banking, and another internship within the IT department of an organisation.
Good. You said that some of them went less well. If we just focus on the negative for a moment, the ones that went less well, why do you think that was?
I think it was mainly, I thought certain organisations weren't really that committed to diversity, and they weren't, they didn't really invest time to understand Asperger's syndrome, and also they considered like the short term rather than the long term and development.
And how do you think Prospects helped you over that period?
Prospects helped me overcome these setbacks. At the time, I was thinking of giving up on work and just staying at home, but Justin, my employment consultant at Prospects, convinced me just because I had a bad experience at one organisation, it didn't necessarily mean that all companies were like that. So he gave me the confidence to reapply for other positions.
And tell me how you came to BT.
Basically, there was like a job vacancy, an internship opportunity within the BT.com team, specifically the analytics department, and the internship was for 4 weeks, and I was interviewed by Peter Georgopoulos, my manager, and I was given like the internship, and before I started, he read a number of books on Asperger's syndrome, and he spent a lot of time studying it, and the internship was like really successful because I really enjoyed being part of the team. I got on really well with my colleagues and with Peter, and I was also allocated a mentor as well called Dennis Gissing, and also another lady who was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome supported me.
So you joined us for 4 weeks, nearly 4 years ago, and you're still with us now.
Yes.
So what happened to that 4 weeks ago then?
Because I did so well within Peter's department and the analytics team. Peter kept on renewing my contract for every 3 months, and eventually I was made permanent. Even though the economic climate was quite bad at the time, Peter persevered and was quite determined.
And 4 years later, how do you see your career in BT progressing?
I think I'd like to develop my career at BT further. I'd like to gain more experience dealing with customers and clients directly face to face, and also possibly giving presentations and also expanding my knowledge of like Omniture, the analytics program which we use, and from my point of view, I'd like to stay at BT for a number of years, and I view BT as a career, not just a job.
Well, that's excellent, and you've got some real firm goals that you've set yourself. We talked about your confidence at the beginning and how when you were 18 you really lacked confidence and didn't feel that you would be working. How do you think your confidence has increased now?
Yes, I feel much more confident now compared to like when I was 18, because I've recently bought my own 1-bedroom flat, and I also have more confidence to travel as well. I often go on holiday with like tour groups, which I really enjoy.
Okay, well thank you so much for talking to me today, Chris. Thank you.
Hi to all of you at Autism London. I hope my talk has been useful to you and you enjoy your day at BT.